Fuck you. What is it, Lord Philip?
Should go upstairs.
You're leaving me?
Yeah.
After everything we've been through?
Right, so. But you know what? It's a party. Good night.
That doesn't feel like a parting gift, Lord Philip.
It's a gift to me.
Lord Philip. No!
Alrighty.
He took my chips! Fucker actually took them!
He's coming back.
He actually... Go away!
Hey buddy.
Hi everybody, this is Salt and Sanctuary. The game that's not even a fighting game where you can get as salty as possible.
Get the fuck out!
We're going to start with a new character. I've already played a fair bit of this with a different character. We're starting out with a different class in this, so it'll be a bit of a new experience still. What should we name him? Let's name him... Chesty LaRue. There we go. Perfect. Best name. Okay, so we got the name, we got the gender, which doesn't change much besides the eyes, just female gets eyeliner. Very simple, we'll just stick with the guy. Unkempt, we'll have him have crazy hair. Hazelnut, let's have him have anime hair. And it's blueberry. Hang on, what is this one called? Magenta. Charlie Green, alright, Cherry, Stardust, Aqua, Orchid, Cloud. Okay, that's kind of cool. Alright, we'll stick with the anime hair. Let's give him a big old beard. Big old blueberry beard. There we go. Mountain Smith, that's a good name for a beard. Sky, fuck it. This is the bluest character ever made in anything before. Dabba dee dabba die. Okay. Let's see. It's hard to see, but these change like your kind of like your skin tone because it changes where you're from. Let's do this. Alrighty. So we got. So then we got the big questions. We got the classes. We got knight, sword and shield. We got mage, sword and wand, I guess. Paladin, shield and mace. Thief, dagger and buckler. Chef, a spoon. Cleric, shield and a knife, which is not what I would expect a cleric to have. Pauper, a little wooden shield and an axe, and a hunter, which looks kind of cool. That looks like a Bloodborne character with the hat. Let's see, I've done knight. Our friend AJ did mage. Let's have this guy be... Let's have him be a hunter. Let's be a hunter. Grasping ring. Okay, so I know what one of these does. I guess I know what three of these does. Okay, cool. So, the red shards are like a little healing item you can use. Damn. Red shards are a little healing item you can use. It's not as strong as your regular healing item, but it's it's something. Stone Cell Sword is an item used for the Sanctuary. Grasping Ring gets you more salt, or basically souls, if you want to think of it that way. I don't know what the Amber Idol or the Crystal Sphere does, so I'm leaning towards maybe doing one of those. Nikki, 1 or 2?
2.
Okay. Thank you. Alright, so we got the Crystal Sphere. And then, if it'll let me, there we go. So I just noticed this pretty recently. We have challenges, we have hardcore mode, we have magic only, iron pot only, ore only, naked, so no armor, no blocking, and no healing. You have got to have some balls to do those two. I respect that. Let's start off. So yeah, this game came out today. This world has known war for centuries, but peace is finally preciously near. We deliver the princess to the kingdom across the sea, where a marriage alliance would save us all. Failing this mission would surely plunge us into darker days. Jalen says hi, Nikki. She says hi too, she's just busy. Alright. Hi, friend.
Hi.
Burn the night. They want to kidnap our lady. Ransom her. Protect. Oh, ooh, you got wrecked. What?
I accidentally did it.
Oh,
He's fine.
you said absolving yourself of your own guilt. There should be some way to get up there. Maybe not. By the way. Oh. Alright. I guess I can't block. Oh well. Knock him down. I'm not used to having this much stamina to do attacks with. Because on my character that I was playing earlier, he's got a great sword, so his stamina gets eaten up. Now let's see if I can do any better on this boss. And by little, I mean large. Basically just Cthulhu. So far, not doing too hot. I also just realized I don't have a healing item at all. So... God. That's harder to dodge than I thought it was. Alright. Failing this mission would surely plunge us into darker days. When I woke to the sounds of waves washing on rock, I knew I was alive. I must find the princess. It's like the most bread and butter story you could possibly have. Go find the princess. But in a much darker world, in a much more unique world than is usually the case. Let's see, I got a nice roll. I got circles used. Crossbow. A friend. Well, hello there. You're just a fleshy bit of flotsam wash to show the rest of us, hmm? You don't want Santa, you want Sanctuary. But what is Sanctuary without faith? It's an empty sanctuary at the beach, famous for your creed. Tell me, do you keep the new gods? Okay, so there's different kind of like I guess factions in this game as far as I can tell. They each have like a certain item that you use to claim sanctuaries with. So I answered yes to both those questions on my character. I got this like 3-pronged candelabra. So now I'm curious to see what happens if I hit no here. You don't keep the new gods? Rare. So are you a pilgrim of Devara? Your sort has been dying out for centuries, I'm afraid. So, Devara, I think, is this... We can find a kind of like a disciple of this Devara person a little bit further under the game. There's a little makeshift sanctuary you can find where there's the statue pouring water on this clay vessel or something like that. So I want to see if maybe hitting no again will take him to the third. It's raining in Lincoln. We'll take you to the third faction. Maybe there's more. No. Do you hold no gods at all? You're either brave, foolish, or from the north. You don't look particularly brave, but you don't seem particularly foolish either. Are you a mountainsmith? So a mountainsmith is the third faction I ran into, a bit more later into the game. They seem for more or less kind of like the, protect the forest, forest people kind of stuff. So, that being said, I'm a little curious what happens if I hit no. Fuck it. No? What was your creed then? The Iron Ones, the Three, and the Goddess of Light. So the Three is the candelabra. I don't know if Goddess of Light and the Iron Ones are the same as the Mountainsmith and the Devara Faith. I'm gonna go towards the Iron Ones. That sounds cool. Okay, so yeah, this is probably the Mountainsmith ones. Men from the mountains of the northern continent of Markdor are Iron Ones. They believe in no gods, believing instead in the iron will of man. They love steel, but hate magic. Are you a member of the Iron Ones, then? Okay, so this actually sounds like has some kind of... No? Okay, so that means, if I'm going to be a Dex character, I think Goddess of Light. Followers of the Goddess of Light, Followers of the Goddess of Light worship Devara, deity of humility, kindness, and forgiveness. Her creed is perhaps the oldest known creed, though this could be a consequence of its cleric's meticulous upbringing. Oh god, okay. I just had a fear that my mic wasn't turned on for a minute. I'd be talking to nobody except for Nikki. That is not the case. Thank god. Are you a pilgrim of Devara's light then? Okay, so that's not the case. So what is the three then? Men must follow the three deities: the king, the knight, and the judge. The king lends wisdom to men who lead. The knight protects warriors in combat. And the judge guides those who maintain order. Are you a follower of the three then? Okay, so not really any of them strike me. I guess Mountainsmith is different from what I pictured. So I'm gonna say, you know what? Fuck the old gods. Do this. You're a member of the Iron Ones, eh? No gods will help you here. Accept this metal icon then. And we get the metal icon. Ooh. And so these are another one of the original, or not original really, another one of the Soul throwbacks. These are essentially the messages that people can write down to help or fuck over other people in mid gameplay. As far as I can tell, there isn't a way to reward people that leave good notes like there is in Dark Souls 2, where if you rate somebody's note as fine, then that person gets healed in their game, which is a nice little thing. So we got a roll, we got a light attack, we got a heavy attack, got a jump, which is actually different from Dark Souls. Got a roll, and the roll's actually affected by your equipment load. If you're wearing a lot of heavy stuff, then you're gonna have a big, heavy, dumb roll. We've got L1, which is... Oh, it's a knife. I didn't know if I had that. Neat. Okay. And then we've got L1 switches back to my other weapon, the crossbow. And crossbow is fired by L2. Apparently I can just hover in midair for no reason. Because why not? R1 is use. Circle actually does nothing. I'm actually going to try with this. And what's interesting to me is... If I might. Oh, yeah. Oh, yep. Okay. Yeah, I have like a straight up like Marvel style launcher for my attack, which is very different. Not something I would have expected out of this. So yeah, these are all just different things that kind of play the game. Go in here. And we place our metal icon here, and kablamzos! Oh, this looks different. That's cool. So my other game, whenever I put a sanctuary, like, bring to life item, it would always show these 3 tapestries, which I guess are probably the Night King and the Judge from the 3. But in this case, you got these big metal, like, Iron Throne-looking statues behind it. And so we use this... Can I even level up? No, I don't think so. We use this to level up and refill our health items, which is the Hearty Roll. I like that. We can check out what the Crystal Sphere does, too, while we're at it. Crush it in a sanctuary to convert the... Oh! Okay. Huh. A delicate sphere of polished crystal contains a cloud of playful sprites of some divine origin. Crush it in a sanctuary to convert that sanctuary to your creed. An icon, and with the metal icon, an icon forged of precious metals, represents the achievement of men. Place the metal icon in the vacant sanctuary to claim it for the Iron Ones, who bow to no gods or idols. And the Hearty Roll. A baked roll remains warm long after it should have cooled. Eat it to restore some HP. So yeah, the baked roll, or the Hearty Roll, whatever, is basically the Estus of this game. And if I had chosen the Magic one, I would have gotten a different one. Although, I'm thinking about it, when I visited the other 2 creeds or whatever, they gave me different healing items that when the one I got from the one I thought was the Mountain Smith wasn't a roll, it was like a panic rats. Which is why it led me to believe that the Mountain Smiths were the, you know, love nature kind of thing. But if that's not the case, it's possible this is a totally new faction to me. We will find out. The Festering Banquet. So yeah, all the levels in this have cool names, just like areas of Dark Souls do. At the beginning place in Dark Souls 2 is called The Things Betwixt, which is a really cool name. Way easier to play a much more invasive game in this. Down to Archer. Sucker. Okay. Go over here. And there should be... Yep, there we go. I should see how many hits it takes for me to take care of a... Oh, I gotta be careful with this, because I don't have... Oh, God, I didn't see him. You are not killing me this far into the game. Woof. Woof. That was a much tougher fight than it usually is. Because in the past I could block him, but I don't have a shield this time. And I usually block with DL2, but in this case I have my crossbow. Got here Stone Merchant and a bundle of salt. So when we get back to the Sanctuary after a little bit, we'll look into what exactly that does. And can't do that over there. That door's closed. Pouch of salt. Yeah, the pouches and stuff of salt are just different ways of obtaining more salt without killing people. So it's kind of like the Cold Blood Echoes you can get off of enemies in Bloodborne, or just places in Bloodborne. It's right about there. So now we ascend. And you might notice that my health bar not only has decreased, but it's gotten... Damn it. It's gotten like if it's got like a limiter on it. I don't know exactly what that is. I don't know what causes it or exactly how to get rid of it aside from dying or visiting a sanctuary. So I don't. Yeah, there's still a lot about this game I don't know if I haven't played it for a little bit already. I will say though, playing this with a character that has a whip gives this a really strong, I don't think I found that. Gives us a really strong Castlevania feeling. Just start playing Bloody Tears in the background. I mean, you can play Bloody Tears no matter what you're playing, because Bloody Tears is a great song. Okay, try this. Let go. There we go. We got red shards. Okay, cool. Go over here. Let's pull you. Well, that went much smoother the first time I got to that point. Thank you, ranged attacks. That actually do damage. Oh. I didn't see you up there. Okay, so 3 regular attacks will take care of these guys too. So we just got a set of rogues gear. I'm wondering, I think for the most part, I think it's worse. Yeah. So this is kind of doing a cool thing that Dark Souls 1 did. Oh, hey, and Sarira. Anyway, this is doing a cool thing that Dark Souls 1 did that Dark Souls 2 did not do. Whoops, shoot, it's one of these guys again. Yeah! There's like some kind of weird execution move you can do if you hit somebody with enough, range attacks. I'm not sure. I guess that's how you do it. But anyway, there's this cool thing that this game does that Dark Souls 1 did too. I guess Dark Souls 1 did it first. Anyway, basically the fact that you find other people's equipment, like their whole set of equipment places, it basically is supposed to imply that this is how far that character got. So we just found the Rogues set, which is the Thief's armor set. So in other words, the Thief was another character, and this is how far into the world he got before he got killed. Which is a super cool concept. What is this? Oh, that was a... okay. That was a bottle. Did not see it. Did not get to see the set. However... yeah. This is another cool thing. You break these tombstones, you can see how another character died. And I'm assuming somebody tricked him into falling off the cliff, which is what I saw somebody else do to a famous YouTuber named VatiVidya, who first kind of demonstrated this game. Because he does a lot of Souls type game stuff, and this is definitely in the same vein as the Souls games, which is why I like it. So, we could go to the boss. We could. But, instead what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the Sanctuary for right now. I did not see you. Fuck off. Okay. I did not see him. What we're going to do instead, go back to the Sanctuary and probably level up. Damn it. Already got that. I forgot I did. Hey, you're welcome for that, Jay. Okay, so now we make an offering. What we do for these is we give them to our icon, and look at that, we got buddies. And they look different from the guys in my other game. So, now that we have these guys, we can do stuff like buy new equipment, which I wonder if they actually have anything different. Doesn't appear to be. Anything new? Oh yeah, you do. Look, I didn't have glowing shot. Little lead balls on tight bunch of bright powder. Cool. Have to build up some cash for that. Okay, and then you are nothing plus an age and a war horn. What does this do? Oh, that's what that does. I sounded one of those on accident once just because I thought it was a different item with another kind of horn. I didn't realize it was, I didn't realize what it did because I was on full on stamina. So, let's see what you guys have to say. I don't remember getting to this island. What I do know is smithing. That's what I'll do. I'm a Dorian. Born and raised in Markdor, that is. Never set foot outside the city, yet here I am. The last thing I remember, an alehouse, a couple of rounds, some songs and cheer. Must have been kidnapped, must have been out a long time. But see, I thought about it. Whatever it was the kidnappers wanted before, they're not getting it now. Can't sell me to slavers, can't ransom me for coin. Not if I'm shipwrecked on this island. If they wanted me dead, they'd have done it outright, so they didn't throw me overboard. Nope, it must have been a shipwreck. And no one's come after me, so they must have died in a wreck. Hang on a second, I'll do something real quick. Where is it? Hey Nikki. Watch my headphones. Nice. Okay. So I must conclude, men die trying to best me, and yet here I stand. I should survive something else, alright. Now let me do what I do. Okay, that's all he's got. So there's you. Buying or selling? Just here to talk? I ended up here when a merchant ship I was on wrecked somewhere in the Emirian Sea. I washed ashore with some corpses and found some supplies. I'm selling the supplies, but I have the corpses to the crows. I wouldn't sell a corpse. You wouldn't download a phone? Yes, I would. I washed ashore with some oh, okay. Really? That's all you got right now? Alright. How about you, buddy? You want to know why I got this creed, deals and prayers? Alright. I guess apparently I don't. Okay. That's all we can really do right now, so let's level up. Blams. Level 4. Let's see. What can I learn? Interesting. I don't have a whole lot going for me just yet. Let's do class 1 light armor. That sounds like a good idea. That should have got me some endurance too. So now, I'll go back out and kill some more dudes, get some more salt, and get better with the base character that I feel fairly unfamiliar with. Maybe we can try and get the boss at the top a shot or two. It's funny because crossbow. Ow. I'm getting used to these guys' rhythm of shooting too. Night, Jay. Sleep well. Nikki says good night too. But I say it more. Fuck you. There we go. Yoink, red shard, always good. Okay, so nothing there. What's interesting is that you actually do get some kind of Metroidvania kind of things going on here, because later on in the game you get stuff like a wall jump, and you get this weird ability to turn stuff upside down, like when you're near this obelisk thing. it's interesting. I definitely didn't expect any kind of a Metroidvania element from it. Jay says goodnight, Nikki. Care to you. Take care. Oh. It's kind of nice I can hit somebody behind me. Not gonna lie, I kinda wish I still had the grasping ring. Oh well. Ooh, that worked nicely. We got Skullbat Wing. And straight up grenade. Did I never come here? I don't think I ever did. Bandaged ring. What is that? I never came here. Huh. Alright, let's put on a ring. Reduces wounding effect. Lasting wounds remain severe. I'm not clear what that does, but I'll take it. I can't believe I never came here with my other character. But it's fine. Yeah, that little black sashi might have seen. That's what I was talking about when I said there's a thing that lets you walk upside down. And that's one of those things that lets you flip to the world, kind of. Interesting. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm gonna heal a little bit. Okay, so I can't hit him while he's on the other side. So for the most part, I wonder if that's like the equivalent of Gesundheit. I wonder if that's the equivalent of like the gun mechanic in Bloodborne, where if you shoot somebody in the right time, then you can make them stagger and you can go get a big hit on them. Or it's not the same because he wasn't attacking. He was I just kind of wore him down. Okay, let's see how this goes. I am going to do this though. Boom. Boom. Is there anything I can use those? I can use these. Hell yeah. Alright. The Sudden Knight. The first boss you're actually supposed to kill. Okay. So yeah, he's got this lightning attack that's originally pretty easy to dodge. Oh, I'm loving how agile the dodge is for this character. Oh, that hurt him. Oh, yeah, there we go. That move starts out as a safe way to attack him, but after a little bit, he starts comboing into it and making it much harder. Although, this is going substantially better than my other character. Unless I just, jinx myself. Like I just totally did. Damn it. Whatever, I got really close that time. If I had used one of those grenades, I would have killed him for sure. But what's nice is that some cleric brings us over here to, so I guess we don't technically die? I don't know if he brings us back to life or what, but either way, he takes a small fee, and then this guy, frickin' Sudden Knight, which I wish I had to go through his intro every time I died to him, or I had a boss, you might notice he looks a little different. That's because he has my salt now. He's also a bit more aggressive. And now I have it back, so he's back at regular strength for right now. Fuck it. Yeah, he does not like that. For, obvious reasons. Oh, I'm still gonna use the controls. It's okay.